Hello, every pony, and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Well, sometimes we gotta enjoy ourselves in other ways. And it's Friday the 13th. Now, I know what you're thinking. Martial art for user, are you nervous? Are you nervous that Jason might attack soon? Seeing that the last time Friday the 13th rolled around, you completely skipped a chance to do another Friday the 13th story instead did a couple of Yu Yu Hakusho fics instead? To answer your question, no, I'm not nervous at all. I am not scared, nor am I ready to run. You see, the thing is, I've locked my door against Friday the 13th Season 4. He's put up several different types of barriers and made sure that it was completely locked. All of which has been supervised by some pony I trust. Yes, so there is no way that Jason motherfucking Voorhees will get into this room. We are perfectly safe. Hey, guys? A hockey player just came by. He's from my favorite hockey group, the Mighty Ducks. Oh, really, Starlight? That's so cool. He said his name was Jason. Jason. Voorhees? Oh no. Starlight, I'm going to kill you. You know, I really gotta watch more movies. Yeah! Bye, girls! Yeah! Well, while he's running away, stay here while we here at the Terryberry Memorial Library am proud to present Happy Birthday, Jason. I love, Mom. Enjoy. And yes, we know we just did a Mother's Day centric fic last week, but when is Mother's Day ever going to wind up on the same month as the Friday the 13th story? Happy birthday, Jason. Love, Mom. By Gold Redeemer. The filthy small shack stood near the center of the thick forest, undisturbed by the night sounds and the creatures they originated from. The late evening was a typical one for Crystal Lake. Foggy, misty, and cool. A half moon cast a bright reflection off the surface of the lake. The water resembled glass, and not a single ripple due to the fact that no wind was blowing. A figure stood near the lake, on the sandy shore, did not notice this, or did not care about it. It was a man, tall and well built, but upon closer inspection, the man's body looked like he had been through a severe state of decomposition and mutilation. Dirt smeared, a cracked hockey mask rested over the face of the man. Jason Voorhees. This was home, known to some as the infamous Camp Blood, in reality Camp Crystal Lake. Many had visited. Only a few had lived and escaped with their lives to tell about it. It did not matter to Jason why these strange people kept intruding on his territory. He did not care if some lost person or intruder happened to accidentally stumble upon his home. Jason would kill anyone in his sights. Mother had to be avenged. Stalking back through the forest, he carried over his shoulder the body of a young woman in her early 20s. Matching her blue blouse and skirt were ripped and stained with her own blood. Blood from a deep gash lining neck and throat. This one had been an easy kill. Jason had seen her running towards a dusty tool shed. A shed that contained many bladed or edged tools perfect for cutting, slicing, and slaughtering. No one heard the girl's piercing screams. Jason pushed open the door of his sack, stepping inside, his giant frame filling up the entire entrance. The body was dropped rudely onto the dirty floor, next to a long, neglected skull. The inside of the shack looked like it was inhabited by a wild animal, with rotting floors and walls covered in mold and dust. In a nearby corner, a crude bed laid, complete with an old blanket, soiled sheets, and a pillow in desperate need of washing. Somewhere inside the shack, a rat crept from a near decomposing body, sniffing with the intention to feast. It kept its distance from the hulking man with the hockey mask face. Jason breathed heavily, standing with his back to the door of the shack, looking down at something placed on a small table lit by candles. He cocked his head to the right, slightly, as if in a state of confusion. Ever since building his shack, Jason had kept the decapitated head of his mother on the table as a symbol of remembrance. Just as well to honor the dead woman. Naturally, the head had decomposed over time and was now wrinkled with skin had taken on a dirty tan color. Most of the hair had fallen out, leaving just enough to grab or pull. Closed eyes were sunken in and the mouth hung open. It almost resembled a shrunken head. The head had not been moved, Jason noticed, but on the left of the head and the lit candles, 2 wrapped packages had been placed. One of the packages appeared good size, 2 or 3 feet long, less than an inch thick. The other package, which was wrapped in blue paper, was smaller, probably the same size as a human head, but in some ways more circular shaped. Jason felt anger welled up inside him. He kicked a wooden chair over in fury. Someone had apparently intruded on his home while he had been absent. He or she may still be around the area, close by. Jason started for the door, headed for the woods to hunt, but something stopped him in his tracks. He suddenly remembered something important. Those packages he discovered sitting on his table could only mean one thing. Today was Friday the 13th, his birthday. Mother had remembered. As always. Oh, random note. If anybody is planning on getting the Friday the 13th game that is coming out soon, call me. I want to join. Jason stepped back over to the table of his mother's head, placing his rusty machete nearby. He pulled up the chair which he had kicked over earlier, positioning it in order for him to sit. The man now sat directly in front of the severed head. He placed the longer package on his lap. It felt somewhat heavy, but it didn't exactly feel lightweight either. After ripping the blue paper away, Jason held up a brand new machete, which glinted in the light cast by candles. Upon closer inspection, you could see the blade had been sharpened. Jason would be definitely testing it out soon enough. He gripped the weapon in his left hand, while using his right to drop the other cold, rusty machete to the floor to kick it under his bed. The new machete was carefully placed on the table as Jason grabbed the second package. Inside, he would discover that he had been granted the best gift of all. A new hockey mask fit snugly on his hard face. Before actually putting it on, he stared at the mask for a few moments, fascinated by the mint condition and newness. Jason kept no mirrors in his shack, and with good reasons. He had seen his face once as a child, and never wished to see that image reflected back at him again. The mask was perfect, just as long as it kept his face concealed. Jason stood up from the chair, leaving his other old, dirty mask on the table in front of Mother. For a brief second, he thought he saw Mother smile at him. He wasn't sure. If it had been hallucination, it had not been the first. It had been fooled before by the intended victim, making him believe the prey was in fact his mother. The victim, a woman, had gotten away, never returning to Crystal Lake. That was all fine for Jason. No one belonged there but him and Mother. Keeping people away, far away, was a job that Jason would always undertake. His thoughts were suddenly interrupted by something. An odd smell in the air, pungent. He never knew exactly what created that annoying smell, but Jason smelled it before. The last time he did, he found a victim in the woods. Gripped his new machete in one hand and headed for the door once again. In a clearing, about 30 feet from a dilapidated shack, a couple of fresh high school graduates, both male, sat on a log, passing a large joint back and forth to each other. One of the teens pulled out a red and black pipe, stuffed to the rim with marijuana. "Hey, check it out," he said. The other male, Darren, nearly choked on the joint. "Dude, how much green do we keep?" He was already half stoned, but didn't seem to mind getting totally baked. He spoke again, nearly slurring his last words. "Hey, Rocco, why don't we go look for that Voorhees character? I mean, we are stoned enough, aren't we?" Rocco didn't look at his friend as he replied. "So, you want to sneak around the woods, look for someone that we ain't gonna find, right?" Darren laughed. "Well, duh, dude. It's a lot of fun. I knew Jason Voorhees ain't real." Darren took another deeper hit from the joint. Rocco pulled a lighter from his shirt pocket. "Man, you're weird. Or just amazingly high. After we finish this, we're going back to my house for munchies." Shing! You know, the most annoying part of any fic is when the author forgets that his enterprise works! Rocco thought to himself for a brief second. "Wait, what am I saying? I forgot." "White Castle." Seriously, it's a one-shot, but paragraph, man! Press that paragraph button. He and Darren exchanged a high five before Rocco put the pipe to his mouth. After he was done, he handed the pipe to Darren. Yo, your turn, man. Darren seemed completely frozen. He was staring at something past Rocco. Who thought his friend was just staring into empty space. Damn, man, it's just plain weed, not LSD. Step out of it, man. Darren finally spoke, with a bit of fear in his voice. Either I'm ultra fake, or I just saw someone standing behind that tree over there. Dude, we're gonna get caught. Rocco looked towards the direction his friend had motioned, then looked at Darren. It must be some bum-ass weed I scored. There was no one standing behind the tree Rocco had glared at. Darren figured the dark must have played tricks on his eyes. That and the marijuana. Yeah, that's all it was, he thought to himself. He took the pipe from Rocco. This time Rocco was staring past Darren at someone or something behind him. Darren had been talking. Rocco did not hear him. He only heard the chirp of crickets. Ahoy! Owl. And that sound of raspy breathing from the towering, hockey-masked dark figure that stood behind Darren. Rocco cheekily raised one hand, slightly waving, his voice coated with terror. Hi? Darren looked at Rocco, puzzled, as Jason lifted the machete high in the air. Dude, who are you talking to? Jason? Shink! Well, while I'm busy hiding from the big scary guy in the hockey mask under my blanket, Trixie, he's still not out there, is he? No, and don't worry, Fluttershy's on her way. She'll stop him. Thank you. Yeah. This fic, pretty dang hilarious. It was fun to watch. It's actually kind of interesting, and I really liked it. I mean, they could have cut off the entire scene with the two campers, and I wouldn't have noticed a dang thing. It was just so entertaining to see that, and it was actually kind of scary. I mean, who put that machete there? Did Jason kill somebody and forget that he left it there? Was it his father? You know, his father that showed up in a deleted scene on movie 6. I'm not that big of a fanboy! Anyway, or seeing Friday, or was it his mother's ghost? We don't know. All the supernatural elements on this are just simply fantastic! Oh, and in case you're wondering why this week is a little shorter than others, right now, Lappy is in the shop, and she is right now undergoing a tune-up. So right now I'm using my little brother's computer, Adam, to try to see to do the new audio file. Right now I'm also testing to see how well the books work. I'm kind of hoping this will work just the same way, so we can keep this going. Now, if you excuse me, I know this might not work, but okay, Jason, come at me, buddy. Yeah. Grade A lightsaber equipment. Let's rumble.
Stop! Jason, I know you were upset about martial art user missing Friday the 13th again, but if it makes you feel better, I talked with Luna and you could go to Tartarus to talk to your mother. Yes, your mother. Now come with me, please.
You know, Mama told me there'd be days like this. That was one down. That's more to go. I'll see you next time.